today.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cardinals now for their own. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Goes right back to McBride. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this up to about the 44. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Intercepted. Picked up by Dion.
The psychology is, okay, they're number 1. Found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st. Here's Samuel. And just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. We're scoreless after 1. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. This is Samuel. Bobby Brown on the tackle. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get it.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Ricard.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Myles Murphy.
What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Now Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the Saints who come away with the victory at home. Mac Jones, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jackson Smith-Njigba, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Purdy tosses out wide, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. McCaffrey running up the middle. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now Samuel. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Give running right is Mitchell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action pass.
Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. to throw again.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Again, it's Ricard, the fullback.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's second down and 7.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Looking to throw.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd and 10. And they'll try to run the option here.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And this will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up. Nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
66 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and 5. Here's Purdy. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point try now for Moody. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
The throw over the middle taken in. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And taken right on the 30. Now they can't bring him down. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cards are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be